All right, let's see. Can ChatGPT
Fuck, man, I'm so tired.
Can ChatGPT tell us how to what? Can AI? Can AI tell us how to correctly wash our car? Let's find out. Can AI tell me how to correctly wash my car? Let's find out. Oh, dang. All right, we're in. So, how should I wash my car? I just asked how to wash my car, now how to clean the inside and the outside. So it's saying you need a soap bucket, hose, nozzle, towels, wash mitt, and tire cleaner. Shaded area. This is pretty good stuff. Rinse the car, use a hose to rinse off loose dirt and debris from the car's surface. I don't completely agree with this. It's just saying a hose, no pressure washer, which isn't really necessary, but if you want a good car wash that's not gonna risk scratching your paint, then you want to use a pressure washer and some kind of foaming soap on it. We can give it a shot though. This looks doable, so let's do it.
It's been a while since I've recorded. Been a little under the weather for a little longer than a week now, which sucks, but that's just how it goes. So I've been a little unmotivated to, want to record and all that. But I'm just getting on the end of things, so, you might hear me sniffle or cough every now and then, but I'll try and edit it in. A little sympathy vote. We're gonna see how well AI can wash my car. I don't have any robots in my house or anything like that, so it's just gonna be me following some instructions from one. So I've got ChatGPT and I have the instructions in my pocket, but I'm pretty sure I got them down to a succinct, a brief or whatever you want to call it. So it's supposed to be pretty simple. So you just have a bucket. I'm gonna fill it up with some water and got some car soap as well. And then I got a couple microfiber towels for actually washing the car. And then I've got a towel for drying it. So it has all of those steps in there. And then it also has an optional step for doing the wheels or interior. And then also for a finishing touch, which I have this crap. I've been trying to use this up, so just gonna get rid of this. It's kind of nice, the instructions they have, because it doesn't require a pressure washer or anything. So it's really friendly for people who are just wanting to get into this. But I wouldn't say this is professional quality by any means. Just looking at the steps, you got just a simple hose rinse down to start, which by itself isn't really gonna do much, but I can see why they would want that, because if there are a lot of chunks of dirt and stuff on the car, then when you hose it down, it'll maybe get that off the car, so when you go to actually agitate it with your hand, it won't scratch up the paint. But in terms of the actual efficacy compared to what I would normally do, which would be that foam down and then hand wash, you're gonna notice that over time your car is gonna have a lot more scratches on it. When you do the hose rinse by itself, it's not really gonna do much to get some of that scratch prone dirt off of the car. But we're just gonna go through with it and see how it turns out. And I know, another car wash video, what more could you ask for, right? I'm turning into the car wash guy. Might as well just change my channel to that. On top of the fact that, I've been sick, it's also been hella cold. So I'm talking 29 degrees. Not sure what that person's doing, but they're just kind of goofing around. Not every single day. Not every single day, but it's been those kind of colder temperatures where, I was getting spoiled by the 60s and now it's all of a sudden 20 again. Luckily today, it's actually pretty nice. I finally stepped outside of my door. I was like, wow, I'm gonna record today. It's kind of nice. So that's what we were doing. So I just did a sick brake job on my car. I did the rotors, brake pads, and brake fluid all done in one sitting. It took me a while because I didn't have some of the tools I needed to get it done properly, but once I got those delivered, I was able to get it all set up. And for some reason, this is really strange, but the front caliper, this one right here, was locked, so it wasn't actually pushing the brake pads in. I had to put my car back up on the quick jacks. Basically, I just took this wheel, I took off the rotor and the brake pads and all that, and I just tried depressing the brake pedal with that caliper fully open, nothing in the way, and none of the pistons were going out. So I was kind of confused. So then I just did I took the other side, took it all apart the same way I did this side, and then I did the same thing with the brake pedal, and magically these ones just started they just started extending or whatever. I can't think of the word all of a sudden. So I don't know what was going on, but I'm glad I got it fixed. And, you know, I was looking at the actual cylinders themselves. They're like super clean, so it wouldn't have been rusting or anything like that. And there wouldn't have been really anything causing it to stick. I think maybe what happened is I overflowed the master cylinder a little bit. And so when I took all of it apart and, okay, whatever. I'm getting off topic here. Yeah, we good now. On the first step, it says to either use a microfiber towel or a wash mitt or a sponge or a brush. I would personally just go with the microfiber towels. Just get some fat ones. You could use a wash mitt, but I think the microfiber towels are gonna serve you better because you can use them for a lot more things than a wash mitt. Plus wash mitts are like weirdly expensive. And it says a spray nozzle. I don't really have one of those, but I guess that could be a little bit more powerful compared to just an open hose like what I'm going to be doing. You could go into a shaded area, which I think that's actually pretty smart because if you're working in a really hot area, the shade is going to help to prevent the water from drying on your car. I personally don't care about it too much because usually I'll be done washing the car and have time to dry it after. I'm not going to let the water sit or anything. Yeah, so it just says to rinse before you do the soap, and then you do the soap, and then you wash it again, and then you just do the drying. It says to do the wheels before, but I would dry it and then do the wheels personally. So there's a little bit of like differences between what I would do if I was doing a slack car wash, which is what I would call this, a slack car wash, just something easy, and what, you know, they recommend. So I'm gonna get my hose, like I said, 25,000 minutes ago, and we'll get started. One thing that's kind of nice about not using a pressure washer is I can just use hot or cold water. So just rinsing it off. This thing is a little short. It's supposed to be 100 feet long, but it's only like 100 feet when it's full of water. All right, I'm not really feeling like this is doing anything, but I'm doing the AI method. Wow, real effective. What the hell is this? What is this about? Come on, get some water out there. There we go. Usually everything's like pretty in good order, like got good beating of the water and all that garbage. So, you know, I've been applying this dumb wax every now and then. I guess it maybe is actually doing something. So I'm just gonna get some soap in the bucket. I'm just loading it up. You might not really be able to see, but my car's actually pretty dirty. I haven't washed it in like a month now. Really since that last video I made, which was maybe it's more like 2 weeks because I was sick for a long time. And I recorded those almost 2 weeks ago now, so I usually try to record like 1 or 2 videos at a time, nice and foamed up. Maybe I'll eventually do like AI car wash versus human car wash. AI stands for artificial intelligence, so what is mine supposed to be like? Just natural intelligence or something? I don't even know. NI. All right, so let me get this thing agitated up, buttercup. Yeah, I don't know if those guys are going to driving school or something, but just randomly goofing around in the car. It's kind of funny. So they didn't really say to do anything special while you're, you know, giving it the hand wash. So I'm just doing a nice, easy, one layered hand wash here, as opposed to, I guess, a multi-layered hand wash. I don't know, guys. What are you supposed to talk about when you're doing a hand wash? And you've done them a million times. You kind of run out of things to say. So I'd recommend like 2 to 3 microfiber towels. You can always do more, but I think 2 to 3 is going to be like a good amount where you're, where you're not like, you know, overdoing it in terms of what you're lugging around for a car wash. Dang, they're back. Kind of reminds me of like when I was doing the car wash in the snowstorm and the guy pulls up in a Jeep or whatever, not a Jeep, the plow, I forgot what they call them, like skid loaders maybe or something. It's the one with like the 4 wheels and usually you can have an attachment on the front, but he was super cool. Despite me being a weirdo, tripping, washing my car in the middle of a snowstorm, I'm the weirdo. So that's pretty chill. Really no issues. It's not that dirty. I mean, I was working on it for a little bit, so yeah, let's give it the rinse. Dang, a lot of activity going on right now. Guess it is that time of day. It's like 5. Ah, man, this takes so much longer with just a hose. Seems to work pretty well though. Just takes a lot longer. Man, what the? Yeah, like I said, it's about 5, so a lot of people coming home from work and stuff, or goofing around, I guess. Feels weird, honestly, doing this without a pressure washer. Like, it took me like 20 hours, it felt like, way longer than normal. Definitely recommend getting a pressure washer. It increases the speed it takes and how well it's doing too, because it just blasts that soap and dirt out of there. And especially in like the cracks and crevices and stuff, it's gonna blast a lot of that soap out of there, so it's like you're not picking it up and it's getting washed off the car really well. So it says to actually dry it and then put on the finishing touch, but this stuff you can throw on wet. So I'm just gonna be doing that because every time I throw it on dry, I get like tons of streaking and crap. So I just don't really want to deal with that today. So we're just gonna be doing couple of sprays on each panel. By the way, this stuff smells delicious. It smells like lemon zings or something. I'm running out finally. Woohoo! All right, this is done. So I'm just gonna give it another rinse now that I got all that applied. Almost looks like my paint's doing worse after applying that crap. I swear sometimes you apply those protectants and they just make things worse. So it might be better to just not use them. Getting way too much splashback with this thing. What? Oh no, it's fine. I thought it was it's not a big deal. I thought it was funny, to be honest. I'm still not used to recording in public, guys. It's freaking awkward. No, this community is really nice. A lot of good people here. Management, not so much. They were like apologizing for getting the video, but it's like, I don't care. We're literally in the world. Like, it's public. You can be in any video you want. Gotta keep my mouth closed for this. If you just did a one-step wash with a pressure washer, like, that would go so quick, I'm not even kidding. But with the hose, it takes a little longer, and then also getting that protectant on there, which I'm glad to get rid of that stuff. Bye-bye. So I'm just happy. I'll just give it a dry down. Hopefully there's no streaking. We'll hope for the best. Boom, I always love that. Getting the hood dry is like the most satisfying thing ever. And you guys might notice I don't really usually dry near the bottom of the car. That's just because, you know, one, I don't want to drag my drying towel all over the ground. And two, you're usually not going to notice any water spotting down there because usually the water just flows off the car. At least with my like gray paint here, I don't ever really notice water spotting unless it's on a large flat area. And down by the toe holes and all that, I'm not really paying attention if there's water spotting or not, so I usually just avoid it. You always got to make sure you get the mirrors. Those are really important. You know, I'm noticing a little bit of streaking from this stuff, but I think I did a good job washing most of it. Got a little bit of like a taste in my mouth of that lemon zang. Hosers are nice and all, but the splashback is insane. It's like living in a water park. Dang, it is freezing up now. I'm freezing. Sweet. Whew. All right, guys, so that's how AI would tell you to do your car. You know, you just get a simple one-step wash, hose, no crazy equipment or anything, and it's super cost affordable. It does take a little bit longer because the hose scenario, you know, but honestly, with how quickly you can set up the hose, usually you might actually save time at the end of the day because setting up a pressure washer takes a little bit of effort. So, but with a hose, usually you'll have that just plugged in already or something similar. It's definitely a good method if your car isn't super dirty, but you know, like I said, if it is really dirty, you can scratch it up pretty quickly, pretty easily. So like for me, I'm only really driving to the gym and back and to the grocery store. So I'm not like driving this thing a billion miles a day. Like I got a lot of options for washing my car, but I'll still just do the foam hand wash method all day, every day. I don't care. It might take me a little longer to set up, but if I do that and the wheels, it takes me like 30 minutes. So it's super, super quick. One thing that was kind of interesting actually that I never really thought about is like, I would clean my wheels maybe once a month, and it actually kind of made it so my wheels stuck really hard to my rotor. So I had to use like a freaking hammer to get it off. It's because like the acidity of the cleaner actually kind of like wears at the, like those parts that are connected a little bit, and it can cause it to like rust together almost. It's not super rusty or anything, but it just made my life like a little bit harder because I don't know, it just wasn't something I thought about, but you know, it might be something worth considering while you're cleaning your wheels every day. But yeah, that's the AI car wash. Hella boring video, I know. Like I said, I've been super sick, so I haven't really been thinking about filming or anything like that. I think this video kind of shows that, you know, I was slacking around. I'm just gonna get this cleaned up and call it a day. So yeah, see you guys later.